Hello guys, Robot1 here, coming at you with my updated Plunder Patrol deck profile. So, I saw in Return of the Duelist there are no new Plunder Patrol cards. So, pretty much that means we are working with what we got. And I wanted to update the deck profile, and seeing as there are no new Plunder Patrol cards, I thought, hey, why not update the Plunder Patrol deck profile now, seeing as I pretty much have a good grasp on what the list that I want to play with this. Everything's pretty solid in the deck in general. It's a really good deck. It's a very risky deck at the same time though, so guys, if you do want to play this deck, just know, if you play this deck, you will fall for the risk of, if your opponent's playing something like a rock-based deck or a wind-based deck, then you're not really going to have anything to summon into half the time, so there is that issue with this deck. But nonetheless, I have been testing this deck. It is still really good, really strong, has a lot of ways to play, and still with stuff like Emblem of the Plunder Patrol and the Plunder Patrol Fusion spell and all the other Plunder Patrol monsters, the deck is still really good and really consistent. So I thought, why not show you guys the deck profile? And let's actually get into this to show you guys what the deck does, how the deck works, and everything along those lines. So yeah, let's get into this. So starting off, we play free Plunder Patrol Helm. Pretty much what this one does, it's a tuner. It's one of the standard Plunder Patrols, which came from the first wave. That says during your opponent's turn, you can send this card. You can put this card in the. You can special summon a monster from your extra deck with the same attribute as a monster your opponent controls or is in their graveyard to a monster zone you control, and then equip this card to it. So what that basically means is, if your opponent has a fire on the field or in the graveyard, so say Ash Blossom, you can move this to the equipped spell zone and summon the Fire Plunder Patrol ship. That's the basic effect, but this card also has the effect of, when it's sent from the hand or field to the graveyard, you can special summon a Plunder Patrol monster from your deck. So you pretty much want to play free of this card because, one, it just summons free Plunder Patrol monsters from the deck. It's just free, it's really good, and it really does help with that effect, but also because it is a standard Plunder Patrol monster that allows you to tutor into your extra deck monsters, and that's pretty much what the deck is about, tutoring into your extra deck monsters. So you want to pretty much play free of this to guarantee that you will have that kind of access, plus ways to summon more Plunder Patrol monsters. We also play free Redbeard the Plunder Patrol matey. Pretty much you play free of him as well because he has the same effects as Helm, where he summons one. He can summon one from the extra deck, but he also has the additional effect of, if he's sent from the field or from the monster zone, main monster zone, to the graveyard or hand to the graveyard, you can equip him onto one of your Plunder Patrol ships. And pretty much all of your Plunder Patrol ships need to have an equipped card to gain an added effect or to be able to be a quick effect during your opponent's turn. So this card just basically says, I'm allowed to tutor out into another Plunder Patrol ship, or I'm allowed to just discard myself, or send myself to the graveyard to equip to a Plunder Patrol ship. So he's really good in that factor as well. Next we play free Plunder Patrol Golden Hair. Golden Hair, the newest Plunder Patrol, because what she does is basically you can send a Plunder Patrol monster from your hand to the graveyard to special summon from the hand, but you can also discard one card to special summon her from the graveyard, but if you do that, you're only allowed to summon Plunder Patrol monsters. So basically what she is, she's just a free monster to tutor into your Xyz monsters, your Synchro monster, or even at times your Fusion if she's in your hand. Plus in this deck, we do play a Needle Fiber combo, so she basically allows us to discard a Plunder Patrol, special summon her from the hand, and then normal summon another monster. And because she's a tuner, we can just go into a Needle Fiber combo and go from there. So pretty much, she is a very good card. She's very good in the deck, and you need to play her at free, just so you can guarantee seeing her. Another Plunder Patrol that we also play at free is Bluebeard, the Plunder Patrol Shipwright. Basically, he's kind of similar to Golden Hair in the fact that if you could that you can special summon from the hand, but instead of it discarding a card, what you do is you just have to control a Plunder Control that is not Bluebeard. So if you control Plunder Patrol, you just special summon him from the hand, and that's a free summon. Also, what he does though is if he's sent from the monster zone or hand to the graveyard, then you can discard a card and draw a card. So he kind of like gets rid of those bad cards in your hand and allows you to get an additional draw. So yeah, you pretty much want to be playing free of each of the Plunder Patrol monsters because you want to have that consistency in your deck, and you always want to see at least one Plunder Patrol monster to allow you to go into the majority of your Plunder Patrol plays. And then the last actual monster we're playing is one Mecha Phantom Beast O-Lion for the Needle Fiber shenanigan plays. Yeah, pretty much. For hand traps, though, we're playing triple Ash Blossom and Joyous Springs because she's just one of the best hand traps in the game. Being able to prevent any search, send from deck to graveyard, or special summon from deck is really good, so you want to be playing free of her. Free Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit. Now, we're playing free Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit in this artwork specifically because it's the nicest artwork, because basically what she does is she says no to Numeron. We want to play things that can stop Numeron network, and we want to stop the Numeron decks from being overpowered, being able to kill us very easily. And she's pretty much the best card to stop the Numeron network shenanigans, for the fact that she just says, oh, you've activated Numeron network's effect and sent to the graveyard, sick, I'm going to discard Ogre, stop your effect, and then you can't really do anything there. So pretty much Ghost Ogre is one of the better cards to be able to stop that sort of shenanigans, and it just allows us to play the game further. Also, it's kind of good against stuff like Adamantipator as well, that you can just, if they activate the tuner effect, you can discard it. You can discard the Ghost Ogre, destroy their monster. Now they only have the tuner on board, and maybe, well, now they only have like one rock that you summon from the deck, or if they missed, they have pretty much nothing. So most of the time, if they don't have another way to extend, they lose. So yeah, she's just a really good card, and she has her uses in many ways. But those are all of the monsters. I tried to make this deck as pretty much as Plunder-centric as possible, because before I was playing Magician Souls, which is a good card, but I felt like playing more hand traps in the deck made more sense, because you needed more ways to stop your opponent if you are forced to go second, and this deck can really OTK through pretty much any board if you play the hand right. So yeah, just wanted to play more hand traps, and I felt like these were the best cards to play. Also, 3 of every Plunder is necessary. I would not play less than 3 of each, because there's just so little monsters, and you need to open those Plunder Patrol monsters. But for spells, we're playing 3 Plunder Patrol Shipyard. This is actually one of the most insane cards in the deck, because this card literally says you can discard 1 card to add any Plunder Patrol card from your deck to your hand. So you have that dead card in your hand, so you've got like a dead Ghost Ogre or something along those lines in your hand that you're unable to use. Well, you can literally just discard the card, discard the card, and search any Plunder Patrol from your deck. You want to search a Golden Hair, you can search a Golden Hair. You want to search a Whitebeard, you can search a Whitebeard. Redbeard, you can search Redbeard. Like, you can search literally anything, spell, trap, or monster-wise, from your deck for free. This also has the added bonus. This also has the added bonus of if you have a Plunder Patrols in your spell and trap card zone, your Plunder Patrol monsters gain 500 attack for each one in your spell and trap card zone. And also, if you've got a Plunder Patrol card in your spell and trap card zone, and this is in your graveyard, you can literally just return that card to your hand and just put this card in the field spell zone face down. So it's literally just so many ways to get to it. Like, you can get to this card through so many means in the deck. Terraforming is just the staple one, and also Foolish Bearer of Gods and stuff like that. So you want to be playing 3 of this card, because this card is literally the moneymaker, and it's so good. Just being able to recycle your cards in spell and trap card zone, being able to discard cards to add more cards to your hand. It's a really good card, and is really useful in the Plunder Patrol deck, and it really is what makes the deck really useful. Next though, we play 3 Plunder Patrol Emblem. This card is actually really insane. Like, if you're in a mirror match, if that ever happens, you can equip this card to your opponent's Plunder Patrol monster, but pretty much what this card does is you can equip it to a Plunder Patrol monster. That monster gains 500 attack. Then, if you want, you can literally send this card to the graveyard, and special summon 1 Plunder Patrol monster from your extra deck, and then equip the monster that this card was equipped to. So if it's on the opponent's Plunder Patrol card, you can use their Plunder Patrol to use this effect, and basically get a free Plunder Patrol from your opponent, or even on your board, and then basically you just summon a Plunder Patrol that is from attributes in your graveyard, your field, your opponent's graveyard, and your opponent's field to the board, giving you a free monster for pretty much nothing, and allowing you to go into your extra deck plays a lot easier, which is something that this deck does have issues with, because it's mainly an opponent's turn interaction type deck, but this card just gets around that and allows you to play the game. Also, that monster gains an additional 500 attack points, the one that is summoned, but that's just a standard thing with the card. Next though, we play 2 Plunder Patrol Ship Shape Shipping, because this card is basically polymerization, so you can summon your Plunder Patrol Fusion Ship. If you have 2 Plunders in the hand, you can literally just discard, like, I don't know, a Whitebeard and a Redbeard if you want to, then summon a Plunder from the deck, and also equip the Matey or the Redbeard onto your Plunder Patrol ship. So you got that added bonus, but why we play this is because when it's in the graveyard, you can actually banish this card from the graveyard, and equip any Plunder Patrol monster in your deck to the Plunder Patrol on your board, or even equip Emblem onto a Plunder Patrol monster on your board, so you can essentially have that additional access to your emblems, and you can also have that additional access into guaranteeing your ships will have a monster equipped to them. So this card is actually really strong, being a fusion spell on top of also being a way to get to your Plunder Patrol monsters. Is just will get to to be able to equip Plunder Patrol monsters is really, really good. It's really nice and is really strong. I feel like it's only a 2 of though, because you don't want to open multiples, so I feel like 2 is just fine. But this card is really insane, and I would not play it at less than 2. Next though, we play triple Foolish Bearer of Goods. Pretty much you can send the field spell to the graveyard to put it back on the board. You can send ship-shaped shippings to the graveyard to give you that additional equip spell from the deck. And we also play one other card in the deck that allows us to just gain a little extra advantage if we do already have those cards in the graveyard. So we do like this card quite a lot. We also play 2 Pot of Desires. I did debate playing 3. But because you do play so many 3-ofs in the deck that it doesn't really matter half the time. But I felt like 2 was just the right number because I never really want to draw a Desires of a Desires. So I felt like 2 was just the right number because of drawing Desires of Desires really does suck. And being this is a deck that if you've already used the field spell or you don't have anything else to use, then this card can just ruin you and you don't really want that at times. So I feel like 2 is just the correct number. Next then we play 1 Terraforming because it searches the field spell, 1 Monster Reborn just to revive any of our Plunder Patrol monsters, just to give us that extra edge to go into a little more damage. And the last spell is 1 Metamorphose Fusion because, well, we're playing 3 Foolish Bearer of Goods, so I felt like having that a little extra draw power, being able to make Foolish Bearer of Goods literally just a +1 for, well, just a neutral draw 1 at times, just could come up really handy. Now, if we do draw the Metamorphose Fusion, it sucks, but if we don't, and we have, or if we do and we have the field spell, then it's just still a draw for nothing. Like literally, if we had the field spell up and we draw this, then that's literally just a +1 anyway. So there's no real bad areas for this card. So I feel like it's just a really nice card to have in the deck, and it's just a nice free draw. But those are all the spells. Like, the spell lineup, I feel like is pretty decent. I haven't had any issues with it, and it's been going really well. If there's anything, though, I would suggest do not play less than 3 of any of your Plunder Patrol spells, because, like, with this deck, you do need to be able to discard and search Plunder Patrol cards quite often, so it really is important that you have a decent amount in your deck. But for the final few cards, we play Triple Impermanence, because it's literally just a really good hand trap. It can stop the Zexal as well, same as Ghost Ogre, so if your opponent does Numer on you, and you got the impermanent hand, then you can just impermanence the S0 and stop them there. It's also really good just stopping combos like the Needle Fiber shenanigans. So yeah, just good card all overall. And then the final 2 cards we're playing is 2 Plunder Patrol Booty, because this card actually gets around the fact that if our opponent is playing a deck of attributes that we can't target, then this card literally just says, well, I can change your attribute and I can also summon something from the graveyard. So it does kind of get around those cheeky little things there. So it is a nice way to recycle our Plunder Patrol monsters. It's a nice way to give us an additional way to get monsters onto the board. It gives us free summons and it lets us get the attributes we need from our opponent. So card is very strong. So that's pretty much the main deck. The main deck, I feel like, is a very good main deck. It's very solid. I haven't had any real issues with it. I've been feeling it's a very strong main deck, being that it does have everything you pretty much need for the Plunder Patrol main deck. Like, you really just need to be playing a lot of Plunder Patrol cards to make your Plunder Patrols go off, so it really is important. But I feel like having a balance of hand traps and other cards that also can give you additional advantage, along with giving you other ways to play the game, is really good as well. So I feel like this is a very strong build, but let's go into the extra deck as well, just to show you that off too. So starting off, we play 1 Almirage. Pretty much this is a 1 card Blackbeard if you draw Golden Hair, because literally the play is you summon Golden Hair, you have Golden Hair, you link her into Almirage, then you use Golden Hair, discard a card and summon her, and then you have a 1 card Blackbeard. So always having access into your Plunder Patrol cards, just so you can go into your extra deck a lot easier. So 1 Almirage, 1 Linkross for those Needle Fiber plays, along with the Needle Fiber, of course. Like, this is just standard stuff nowadays, isn't it? Needle Fiber and Linkross, it just lets you go into those plays that you really shouldn't be able to go into thanks to these 2 cards. We play 2 Plunder Patrol Blackbeard. Pretty much, I feel like you don't need the third of this. I found myself summoning it like turn 1 and then pretty much OTKing my opponent or recycling it with Booty, because we're always summoning this correctly, so because we literally just link into this so we can just summon it back with booty, that I've not really seen myself needing the third Blackbeard, so I felt like 2 was enough, and it's just been going really well in testing. I don't really see the need for the third. We also played 2 Plunder Patrol Lease, because this one is actually the newest Plunder Patrol ship, which is actually really insane being there. This card can literally just discard a Plunder Patrol card, negate a monster effect, and then search any Plunder Patrol on the deck, and it also has the added effect of during the main phase, if you've got a Plunder Patrol monster in the spell and trap card zone, you can summon it to the main monster zone, so you can literally just be like, oh, I look at my opponent, least summon a Plunder Patrol, now I use Plunder Patrol to go into this Plunder Patrol ship that I need. Pretty strong, am I right? Like, this card is just really, really nice. We played 2 Moek, because this card literally says discard a card, target an effect monster and banish it, and then search Plunder Patrol. Discard a Plunder Patrol card, target an effect monster, then banish that effect monster, and then you can add a Plunder Patrol monster, a Plunder Patrol spell or trap from your deck to your hand. So literally just says I'm going to just banish your effect monster, and you can't play the game from there on. Really good against stuff like Adamantipator, where you banish their tuners. But yeah, also it has the added effect if you did correctly summon this card by XC summoning it, then if a Plunder Patrol card you control would be destroyed, you can deal material from this card instead. Like, it's just a really nice added bonus. We also do play 1 Abyss Dweller, because looking at the opponent's graveyards and killing them is really good. Plus, this is the added effect of, if there's a water monster, all water monsters gain 500 attack. This deck is majority water, so just a nice little added attack boost, am I right? But yeah, that's all the Xyz monsters. For Synchros, we play the Metal Marcher, because it's just needle fiber stuff, isn't it? But we also play 1 FA Dawn Dragster. Now, this is the card that we're normally ending on with our needle fiber link cross plays. Because this card literally just says we can negate spell and trap cards, we can go into our link monster, our Blackbeard, so we don't really have to care, then we can summon another Plunder Patrol from the deck. So I felt like this is the alright one that we can play. It doesn't really take too much resources. It literally lets us go through the whole needle fiber combo, where we can literally end on this and just look at our opponent and be like, hey, we end on this. Do you have anything? With like us having a Blackbeard as well and another Plunder Patrol monster to tutor into more Plunder Patrol cards. And it's just really nice to have that spell and trap card negate, because that's normally the first negate that we see. And also, seeing as we have Lease, we already had that monster negate down half the time. So having the Dawn Dragster is just the better card to have at times, for the fact that, oh, we've got the Lease to negate monster effects, so we need spell and trap card negates. So I felt like Dawn Dragster was the correct call for that. Next we play 2 Bran, because he's the spell and trap card banisher, where also all other fiend monsters you control gain 500 attack, but also you can discard 1 Plunder Patrol card, target 1 spell trap card on your opponent controls, banish it, and then you can add 1 Plunder Patrol monster from your deck to your hand. So pretty much this card says I'm going to banish your spell and trap cards and do stuff there. Now you do need a Plunder Patrol on your Moek and your Bran for them to be equipped to them to be a quick effect, but majority of the time that doesn't really matter, because you will normally have those equipped to anyway, so it is just a standard, but you do need those equipped. And then the last card we're actually playing is 1 Adamantipator Risen Dragate, because all our cards are water. It's another spell and trap card negate that we kind of need, so I felt like it was the correct card to have in the extra deck. So yeah, that's the last one. It is very good. Like, honestly, I've been testing this deck and I've been really enjoying it, and I just really wanted to showcase it for you guys, because this deck is a lot of fun. It's one of those decks that are really random. It doesn't have a normal play style. It's very unique, and I've really loved it ever since the deck came out. That's why I've still been keeping building it, and I was kind of upset when we didn't get more support in Return of the Duelist, because literally all this deck is missing is a wind ship and a rock earth ship, and then the deck is complete and it doesn't really need to care about anything else. But yeah, guys, that's the deck profile. Tell me what your thoughts are in the comments below. I feel like the deck is really strong. It covers a lot of different bases that I feel like it needs to cover. So I hope you liked it. But guys, that's the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Check the links in the description for all relative stuff, such as my team, ways to support me, other social medias and stuff like that. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Roll About One signing out. Yeah, later, guys.